okay.
Wow.
Cowboys out here catching L's in the offseason. So Randy Gregory, everybody, including the Cowboys, thought that Randy Gregory was going to re-sign in Dallas. And in come the Denver Broncos, adding more intrigue to the Cool Mo-D division, the Wild Wild AFC West. So background, in case you haven't been following this on Twitter like we have all day, in case you got other things to do like a job or something like that. Here's how it went down, basically. So first of all, he signs for 5 years and $70 million, $28 million guaranteed. That's the reported terms of the deal that Randy Gregory gets in Denver. But
has he signed?
The Cowboys.
Has he signed in Denver?
Well,
has he
it's a great question. And listen, and you knew this was going to happen. This was bound to happen with this so-called tampering period that's really free agency. It was bound for somebody to reverse course. We've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen with Denver, Emmanuel Sanders. But it was bound for somebody to do this. So Cowboys thought they had a deal in place. Apparently, the Cowboys tried to change the contract after the agreement. So the Broncos, Randy Gregory was the top pass rusher available in their mind. They thought they were close. Jerry Jones recruited the hell out of him, which, Michael, honestly, from a Cowboys perspective, Jerry Jones shouldn't have to do much recruiting. This is a guy in Randy Gregory, and you know, you probably know his story. A lot of people know his story. Suspended for all of 2019, first 6 games of 2020. Cowboys picked him in the second round of the 2015 draft after off-the-field issues hurt his draft status. Missed most of 16 and 2017. He's been on and off the field, and they've never wavered in their support of him. Okay, they've always stuck by him, and he's grown. As a matter of fact, I think Mike McCarthy put him on the leadership council last year. Made a career high 11 starts last season. Had a career high with 6 sacks. So I think the Broncos believe there's still some untapped potential. And that's a nice bookend of pass rushers with him and Bradley Chubb in that increasingly dangerous AFC West. So it sucks if you're the Cowboys and you've done all of this and stuck with Randy Gregory through thick and thin, had a deal with him in place, only for him to flip to Denver. I don't know what the Cowboys did to precipitate that flip, but and look, they're licking their wounds right now. And the Cowboys, it's easy to crack on the Cowboys. A lot of people love making jokes about the Cowboys. And the joke's on them. They tweeted it, they had to delete it. But the AFC West, and this isn't Khalil Mack. This isn't a Khalil Mack seismic move. But nonetheless, here's a guy that's looking at the Denver Broncos, and the money was there, of course. He didn't sign for cheap. But looking at the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson, I mean, bruh, like day after day, there's another chess move. There's another move in this arms race in the AFC West, and it keeps when Russell Wilson first got there, you were like, Denver's the favorite. Khalil Mack trade, we're like, whoa, Chargers. I'm not saying Randy Gregory necessarily.
Jackson.
J.C. Jackson, J.C. Jackson yesterday, right. And then here comes the Broncos countering with Randy Gregory. I mean, it just never ends in the AFC West, dude. Never ends.
Okay, you know what, though? You know, Mike, can I read this defense and give you a snap judgment? Now maybe I'm confused.
The Broncos defense?
But I'm gonna read the defense of this situation, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you a snap judgment of what I see. What I see is a really convenient opportunity for an agent. I know the agent works for the player and not vice versa. Agent works for the player. But I see a very convenient opportunity for an agent to get a little bit more money from the Broncos, and then to turn it around and talk about, hey, you know, we had this deal, we had this agreement with the Cowboys, but make it the Cowboys' problem. The Cowboys changed the language, which, you know, we had no other choice. I mean, we love Dallas. We appreciate everything they did for us. This seems, you know, something doesn't.
Oh, there's probably a lot more to the story.
Something doesn't smell right here. Because if the Cowboys, the Cowboys aren't going to say, oh, very sloppily, as much as you said, people like to joke around with the Cowboys. They're not going to say, oh, we got an agreement with Randy Gregory, and just have a 30%, like a comfort level of 30% that the deal is done. They were told that the deal was done. That's when they announced it.
Yeah.
So, the real story is going to come out. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying it.
Well, I think the agent even told the Dallas Morning News. I think the agent even told the Dallas Morning News. So if I'm not mistaken. But here's the thing. I said the joke's on the Cowboys for now, because Twitter. Listen, man, they may end up getting the last laugh, because reportedly, allegedly, this is from Jane Slater. I don't know if we're able to throw that in tag board right quick. Jane Slater says, shout out tag board. I know, just so inside baseball. Whiff on Randy Gregory, but I'm told there is very strong interest on Von Miller's part in coming to Dallas. Got a home very close to the facility. Of course, he played at Texas A&M.
A&M,
You know, and remember, he was putting out these hints about, I might want that old thing back, going back to Denver. So we thought maybe Von Miller may end up going back to Denver. Denver had other ideas with Randy Gregory. Von Miller in Dallas is certainly not a bad consolation prize if that is how it were to play out. So Randy Gregory played the Cowboys, but it doesn't mean they don't have time to rebound. You know, I mean, look, man, get your paper, do what's best for you. I don't begrudge Randy Gregory. I'm just saying, if I'm a Cowboys fan and I'm a member of the Cowboys organization, given all they've been through with him, I'm probably feeling some kind of way. But if Randy Gregory, if his heart was in the Rockies, if he wanted to go play with Russell Wilson instead of Dak Prescott, if he wanted what Denver was offering, good for you. You're a free agent. You got the free agency. Do your thing. But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm like, you know.
How about that?
Like, I see how it is. Yeah.
Doing due diligence on Von Miller. Can you imagine? I don't know how it would work, but I think they figure it out. Von Miller and Micah Parsons and Lawrence.
Oh yeah. Yes. That's you figured that out.
I mean,
you figured that out. You figured that out. First and second down is not a problem.
That's what it is. I mean, that's really what.
Injuries.
Until
there's
the
a lot
next
of different
rule
reasons.
change.
Yeah.
And until the next rule change in football, and tell me if you disagree with this. I think we're done. I think that no more 2000 Baltimore Ravens, no more 1985 Bears, like no more.
Just that suffocating dominant defense.
70s Steelers.
Probably not.
Not happening.
Probably not.
And so,
probably not.
Well, that's been replaced. And I appreciate this is going to surprise you. I appreciate the advanced stats on this when it comes to defenses. You know, DVOA and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because what doesn't do it for me anymore is just points allowed. Points allowed, it's just there are too many variables within points allowed that don't tell you the complete story. I think it comes down to playmaking defense. Playmaking.
Okay.
Here we go. So,
fair enough.
So, for example, DVOA.
You want takeaways.
Yeah, well, takeaways are big. And DVOA does factor in not only it doesn't just say how many points did you give up. It says, where were you when the offense got the ball? So if you're at your own, if they're in the red zone, you had a turnover. Your offense turned it over, and
situational football. What's your red zone defense like?
Yeah, you defend 18 yards and you give up a touchdown. We're not going to hold that against you. But if they march down the field on you, up and down, then that factors into your rating. So points allowed doesn't always tell the story. And look, I'm not.
It doesn't tell the complete story. But like points allowed is like,
I'm not.
We want to score more than them. It's kind of that simple. It's like you're reinventing the wheel right now is what you're doing.
Hold on. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh, no, I'm not letting you do this. No, there's free. No, I know what you're going to do. No, don't do it.
I'm not trying to make enemies in offseason.
I'm not wasting time on this. We have so much free agency to talk about.
Do you want to know who the top two defense?
Don't do it.
You know who are 1 and 2? Who was 1 and 2 in the NFL last year? Look it up.
I know
1 and 2.
I know who one was, but that's not okay. We're not doing this.
Buffalo. I don't know.
Okay?
Who was it?
But we're not doing this.
When we last saw them. We last saw them.
All right.
What happened?
Okay. This
Didn't
is
even
respectfully.
13
Respectfully,
seconds.
that's what.
And-
Respectfully, this is wasting our time.
Oh, no, but here's the other thing, just real quick. And the other team, the number 2 defense, was New England. And the last time they played Buffalo, the last 2 times they played Buffalo, Buffalo didn't punt. So I'm saying there's a little bit more there. There's a little bit more. Dig in more.
Okay, your larger point, who you played and the situation is valid. You're right. No, you're right. I mean, I don't want to dismiss what you're saying. I just didn't want you to troll Buffalo. But I get what you're saying in general. There's more to it than simply points allowed, but that is still the name of the game, is all I'm saying. Like there's,
Mike,
but yeah,
I love
your schedule, your situation.
I'm gonna put it on the record.
All of that, yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the record. I love Buffalo as much as Jack Eichel does.
I like how you pull that story.
Go ahead.
I like how you pull that story. That's well played. Well played. So anyway, you can never have enough pass rushers. Going back to Dallas, they end up with Von Miller, Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. You need depth. You figure it out. That's for Dan Quinn to figure out. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.